welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Okay, so we've got 1 minute to go. Welcome to Monday Run Club. Welcome to the Zwift Run live channel on YouTube and the Film My Run Facebook page. We are doing Monday Run Club and we have 11 kilometres to run of progressive running. So basically just getting faster and faster in 800 metre blocks. And we have a little bit of speed work in the middle, couple of little 200 metre strides. But generally it's a fairly steady build up in pace for our relaxed Monday evening session here in the UK. Welcome along if you're joining me from wherever you are in the world. A few recognisable names I can already see are running with us today. I'm just going to put the fan on because it's already feeling hot. Jason Mitchell, good evening. Wanda Archer, good evening. Louis, good evening to you. Louis coming back to England soon. Excellent stuff. Tomorrow, in fact. That's nice. Okay, 10.5 kilometres now to start with, and we just build up from there. And off we go. So, Tim Iveson's with us, Allgill's with us, Castano's with us from Spain, El Charles, who I keep thinking is Lucy Charles Barclay, but it isn't. Johansson is with us, Renek from Germany is with us, Rodriguez from Brazil. Hello to you, Taylor from the UK. I'm sure I saw Neil Messenger there as well somewhere. So, lots of people we know. Oh yes, and Buenaventura reminds us, are we all ready for the classic Monday Run Club crash? Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen at the beginning of the run, during the warm-up? Is it going to happen at the end of the run, or are we going to escape it altogether this week? Let's see what happens. I think last week it crashed at the end. And Wednesday workout crashed at the beginning. So fingers crossed, we won't have a crash today. So gradual increase in pace for the warm-up for 1 mile, and then a gradual increase in pace every 800 metres after that. And the idea is that we stick to the instructions. So that's what we'll do today, and we'll hopefully keep right behind that floating pace spot up in front of us. I'm watching Facebook chat, I'm watching YouTube chat, I'm watching Twitch chat. If you want to say anything, if you want to ask a question, if you want to just say hello, give me a shout out, whatever, then pop your message in the chat and I should see it at some point. So it should take about an hour to do this run. It's just over 11 kilometres in total. So that's a normal distance for Monday Run Club, between around about 10 and 12 kilometres on a Monday. And it's normally fairly relaxed. Sarah Jacobson just behind me, hello to you.
Nice.
And we're on John's route today around Watopia. So we're going through the tunnel, we'll end up on the beach route in a minute. Ace Ventura says he did 7k today spinning on the heli deck. Nice. Ace Ventura is out in the middle of the sea at the moment, working on an oil rig, I imagine. Jonathan Cost is in Group B tonight. Hello, Jonathan. Hope you're all right. So we're going to keep this nice and relaxed, nice and steady. I did a marathon distance yesterday, so I don't want to overdo it on the legs. The legs are feeling fine. Beautiful run outdoors on the hills in the sunshine yesterday. If you want to see some photos of that, go to my Strava page. Lovely run yesterday. But we're back on Zwift today, just working our way into the week, and make sure I don't overdo it on the legs. Make sure they get a good recovery from yesterday's run. Lots of elevation yesterday, so possibly a little bit tight in the legs today. Just for your interest, I have my two friends on my feet today, Stride 1 and Stride 2, and you'll see them running just behind me because they are still uncalibrated, so both my Stride foot pods are uncalibrated. I will do some runs with them calibrated, but I just want to get as much data as I can of them uncalibrated on the treadmill. So 1 kilometre done, just passing the fairground and the pier on the Watopia seafront. It's so easy to get set up with Zwift running. Here's what you need. Firstly, access to a treadmill. It could be at home or at a gym, but any treadmill will work with Zwift. To get you moving in game, we need a speed source. Traditionally, we use a foot pod, like the Zwift pod or the Stride, but you could also use the Run Smart treadmill sensor, your Apple Watch, one of the newer Garmin watches, the TSS app, and if you have a smart treadmill, your treadmill will connect directly to Zwift without the need for another device. Now simply download the Zwift app onto a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Finally, pair your speed source in the app. Pairing heart rate from your watch or a chest strap is also a great addition to Zwift. And that's it. You're all set up for solo runs, solo or group workouts, challenges and real-time racing on Zwift with people from all over the world. Okay, 10k to go, Monday Run Club, slowly increasing the pace. Everyone's saying hello to each other, my wife, Ace Ventura, Jonathan Costal, saying hi. So 1.5 kilometres done. James Stanger says, I used the iFit app today. I did 23.3 kilometres yesterday, running a 50k in 3 months' time. Nice one. What did you think of the iFit app, James? I'm not entirely sure about it. I've heard lots of differing opinions. Some people like it, some people hate it.
Okay, let's go.
Right, this is our first 800 metre set now. So it basically just stays here at this pace for 800 metres, and then it increases each 800 metres for the next 4 blocks. Matthias Topping has noticed that I am a local legend for the marathon I did yesterday. Ironically enough though, Matthias, it's basically just taken me 2 attempts of some of the segments on that course to get me local legend, so really not very impressive at all. Ace Ventura Garmin is now back up and running. It's working again now. I don't know whether they paid the ransom fee or not, but Garmin is back up and running. James Stanger says iFit does buffer a lot, but he likes it. Good stuff. Although I shouldn't be saying that because it is a direct competitor to Zwift. So get off it. Don't use it. So nice and steady. We're going under the water in a minute into the glass tunnels. Just coming up to 2 kilometres completed of Monday Run Club. Just over 9k to go.
Nice.
So it looks like ride-ons aren't working again. So if you have given me a ride-on, thank you very much. It doesn't look like it's going to come up though on the screen. I've got no thumbs dropping, and normally there's quite a few thumbs dropping down, so thank you if you've given me a ride on, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get to see them tonight. Sometimes that happens, little bug in the system. Wanda Archer, so the speed that you're seeing is the speed of my treadmill, so let me show you. So 12.3 kilometres an hour on the treadmill, 12.3 kilometres an hour on Zwift. The treadmill is broadcasting direct to Zwift. And you'll notice the two strides, stride 1 and stride 2, are 24 and 37 seconds respectively behind me. Uncalibrated stride foot pods on my left and right feet. One is the wind stride, the newer one. One is the old stride foot pod, the non-wind version. And it's up to you whether you believe the stride foot pods or you believe my treadmill. But you're going to have to make a choice between two different strides, both measuring different. So if you believe that the stride foot pod is utterly and completely accurate out of the box, then which one of my two strides do you believe? They're both on the same human being, both running on the same treadmill, which is going at a constant speed. At 2.5 kilometres done now. I am going to do a test of this treadmill just to make sure that it is going at the pace I think it's going at. I believe this treadmill is pretty much correct, but I know a lot of people will say it's likely going slower than you think it is. So we'll do a test at some stage, measure the treadmill belt, do a little bit of maths, and we'll find out exactly how fast my treadmill is going. So when it says it's going at 12.6 kilometres per hour, is it going at 12 kilometres an hour? Is it going at 12.5? Is it going at 12.6? Or is it going at 13 kilometres an hour? In reality, who knows? But I'm constantly on at people that doesn't really, as long as you work hard, as long as you reach the kind of heart rate goals and the perceived exertion goals that you want for yourself in a particular session, then that's all that matters. Work hard. So basically we're doing 1 hour of progressive running. We'll get the heart rate going, and that'll be enough for today. Doesn't matter if we've done 9 kilometres or 11 kilometres. It'll be there or thereabouts, won't it? Around about 10k, 11k. So we're in our second set at the moment, just 200 or so metres to go. There's the green arch just up ahead. There's 3 kilometres down.
Nice.
And in a minute, we will speed up again. Matthias says, will there be a video of it? Do you mean a video of my marathon from yesterday? Or a video of me measuring the treadmill belt? I'll do a video of me measuring the treadmill belt. I didn't take my video camera with me yesterday on yesterday's run. It was just a social bit of fun. Right, here we go. Up to 12.9 kilometres an hour. Let's go. So just hovering just in front of the, or just behind the floating pace bot. It may be that we overtake it in a little while. Sometimes tends to happen.
Nice.
Heart rate is nice and comfortable, 143 BPM. Steps per minute, 177. Yeah, I'll try and do a, well no I won't try, I will do a video of me measuring the belt speed, the belt length and the speed of my treadmill using, it's a technique I've done before. I've made a video with one of my previous treadmills, and when I had the old shed, there is a video on YouTube of me measuring that treadmill belt. Can anyone confirm for me? We have an L. Charles. I don't think it's Lucy Charles Barkley, but can somebody check? Because she's going at a pretty decent clip, and she says it does say tri, as in triathlete. So it's either somebody with the same name who's a triathlete as well, or It is actually Lucy Charles Barclay. I can't actually remember her name on Zwift. It may be Barclay as well. So this might be just, you know, Liam Charles or something. Okay, here we go again.
Let's go.
13.2, 4 kilometres done, 7 to go. And after this 800 metres, we've got a couple of strides, stretching the legs out a bit, 15 kilometres an hour for 200 metres. And you'll notice we now have overtaken the pace spot. There's the manta rays there, one on the left, one on the right. I love those manta rays, amazing. James Stanger says, sometimes I find running slower harder. How about you? I just find it a bit more comfortable when I'm going a bit faster. Well, running slowly, yeah, I mean, if you're used to running quick, running slowly can really take it out of the legs. Yeah, I do prefer, I think, to be going at a kind of steady pace, not too slow. Matthias confirms it is a male called Lee Charles, so not Lucy Charles Barclay at all. Ace Ventura is trying to make me do a Film My Run special event on Zwift, which I keep saying I'll get around to, and I guess I will get around to it at some point.
Nice.
Thanks, Matthias, for checking that out for me. ...250 metres before our strides. So there's one of the Stride foot pods, Stride number 2 on Apple TV. So I'm going at 13.2 kilometres per hour, and you can see that Stride number 2 is going at 12.7 kilometres an hour, so quite a bit slower, half a kilometre per hour slower than the treadmill, and fluctuating quite a lot. Okay, here we go with the 200 metre strides.
Hammer time.
Ace Ventura, no. Both the strides are uncalibrated. I said earlier I will calibrate them at some point and do some runs with them calibrated. But for now I just want to do a few runs with them uncalibrated. Okay, 5k done. And we can have a rest. So 400 metres easy recovery. James, why have you made another account starting from level 0 again? Is that a test account? I don't know if you notice, let's put the Apple TV back on again. So, the Apple TV stride is actually moving slower than the old stride. The old stride is moving faster, but the old stride looks like it's having some dropouts again, and is although it's moving quicker, it is a few seconds behind stride number 2. Okay, here we go again for another 15 km/h stride. I'll keep it with the Apple TV for the moment. Here we go, so speeding up to 15 km/h now. Let's see how long it takes for the strides to respond. Oh wow! Oh no, we're back with me now. That was automatic. Okay, nice.
Nice.
Right, back down for another 400 metres recovery. And then once we've done that, we basically build up again for another 5 blocks of 800. 12.3, 12.6, 12.9, 13.2, and I imagine there's one more, 13.5 or something, probably, and then a recovery at the end. $200 meters to go, and then we bump it up again. Less than half an hour left off Monday Run Club. Ryan Downey, hello buddy. I'm alright, yeah. Did a marathon yesterday, legs feeling good. Right, here we go again. Time to speed up.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
So 800 metre blocks now. Gradual increase each 800 metres. I saw a photo of you, Ryan, looking very outdoorsy with your backpack on and everything. And a beard, no less. How long have you had that beard? 6 kilometres done. 5 to go. Monday Run Club. July the 27th, 2020. It's been a wet, rainy and blowy day here in the UK. But set to get nice and sunny again and warm tomorrow. Don't you just love the public, Ryan? Ryan got yelled at yesterday for running too fast. COVID beard, got you. Yeah, I haven't had my hair cut yet. Although the hairdressers are open. I just haven't been bothered to go round there yet. Haven't had my hair cut since March. Okay, just noticed that the Stride 1 dropped out there, so the Stride 1 is obviously having problems. There again, look, another dropout from Stride 1. Six and a half kilometres done, 4.7 to go. Quite spread out now. Got Johansson with me, Neil Messenger just up ahead, but Tim Iveson's 20 seconds ahead. Is it John Steele? He's 20 seconds ahead, 19 seconds ahead. And behind me is basically my 2 strides. So behind me are 2 copies of me. Carl has only got 6 more miles to go before he reaches 2,000 miles on Zwift. Awesome work, Carl. Good job, buddy. I don't know where I am. Hang on a minute, let me look at my stats. Right, 4,400 kilometres. What's that in miles? 2,500, 2,700 maybe? So, yeah, not doing too badly. Nowhere near Marcus Holmes, but there we are. I don't think anyone is near Marcus Holmes, are they really? Marcus Holmes is the Tim Searle of running. Up we go, 12.6 kilometres an hour. Yeah, the fake copies aren't as good as me, Ace, that's true. Still enjoying my heart rate. 144 BPM, 7 kilometres done, and that is a very comfortable heart rate, even if I do say so myself. Another dropout from stride number 1. Excuse my, Nick Kershaw passing me soon. Awesome. Do you think it's the real Nick Kershaw? I assume you mean on the bike. I'll try and look out for him. Metres to go, then we'll bump it up again. Stride number 1 is having a horrible time. Bless its cotton heart. Stride number 1 is connected to my iPhone, which is literally right here, right beside me. So Carl says I'm on 2,700 plus miles. Ryan Downey's on 3,300 miles. What is that all about? He's too good. Too good. Ryan, woe betide either you or I get seriously injured. Ryan says I like to run. Okay, no kidding.
Right on.
Ride-ons are still not dropping, unfortunately. Okay, here we go. Speed up again. 12.9 kilometres an hour now.
Nice.
Okay, let's go.
Louis, are you talking about my marathon yesterday? It was good, yes. Enjoyed it. Beautiful weather. By the sea for half of it, over some lovely rolling hills, and then some nice steep climbs on the way back in the second half. Well, gorgeous day out. So we're going to turn right, back onto the run path again now, say goodbye to the bikes, and 500 metres to go before the final pace increase, or the final 800 metre block anyway. Oh Louis, we weren't going for a time, we were just ambling along. We did it in just under 5 hours. We all kept together as a group. There was 5 of us running. Okay, coming up to 8k done now. There we go.
Nice.
8 kilometres finished. Just over 3 kilometres to go. You've got to get some runs in as well, Louis. Okay, here we go.
Okay, let's go. To infinity and beyond.
Last one. And then we've got a couple of strides at the end again. Which triathlon are you doing, Louis? I must admit, I've been thinking about triathlons again. Heart rate is still lovely and comfortable, 148 BPM. Very pleased with that. Louis, that's going to be awesome. And Matthias is just commenting on the crazy run that I commentated on in the Paris runs on Sunday, or Saturday rather, when we had a lady winning one of the 10k races by running at about 2 minutes per kilometre, if not quicker. I think she was going at 150 per kilometre at one point. But Matthias says she was the only one across the whole weekend really who seemed to essentially game the system. So well done to everybody who took part in the ZRS Balade à Paris over the weekend. Some great running. Right, just over 2 kilometres to do. 9k done of Monday Run Club. Let's get this done. A couple of strides coming up now, 15 kilometres an hour for 200 metres. Right, there's the arch up ahead.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's go.
15 kph. and recovery. .400 metres relaxation time. Yes, so Buenaventura is saying, hopefully, we'll have a solid Monday Run Club, no crashes. But let's get through the cool down at the end first. I think the last time it crashed on me, I was literally about 100 metres from the finish. So we've still got about a mile to go. How's stride number 2 doing? Stride number 2 is still going, and he's just coming up to the sprint, the first sprint there, look. 10.7 he's going at the moment, and off he goes at supposed to be 15, but of course he's me, so he's still staying at recovery pace. Is Neil racing me, is he? He's not, he's just running with me. Okay, here we go again now.
To infinity and beyond.
Time.
Okay, let's go.
15. There we go. And that's 10k done. Jason Mitchell must have just passed stride number 1. He was suffering horribly from dropouts. Stride number 2 is alright, but it's still 2 minutes, 24 seconds behind me. 400 metres behind. 500 metres behind even. So normally cooldown will actually speed up a bit. You would have thought that cooldown would start to slow down, but after this little recovery period, I think we will probably speed up a bit and then cool down. Louis having a laugh with us all. Right, let's see what speed we go up to now. up to 12.6. So thank you everybody for watching, thanks for the chat. Coming to the end. Just over 600 metres to go of Monday Run Club. Come and join us next week. It'll be very similar next week. We tend to do a progressive run, so starting slow and getting quicker. And hopefully if you choose the correct group, A, B, C or D, then you should find it just about in your comfort zone. So it's not... Monday Run Club isn't supposed to be a really hard effort. It's supposed to be tempo, maybe threshold. So top of zone 3, maybe into zone 4 of your heart rate. Getting you going for the week, but not over stressing your body on a Monday. Go and have a look at the Zwift companion app. Come and sign up for one of the group runs any time of the week. Monday Run Club, turn it up Tuesday, Wednesday workout, fast Friday, run in the park on Saturday, and we've got the Norseman elevation event this week as well. So using the incline on your treadmill. Yeah, that's right, Louis. I'm now counting the days to my holiday. So we'll be in Chamonix at the end of August. It'll be lovely. So there'll be a week of no stream just towards the end of August. Gonna take a week to go and climb some mountains, enjoy some runs with my family. So I think I'll carry on running in order for stride number 2 to finish the workout. But I don't think stride number 1 has got a hope of finishing, to be honest. Right, there we go. It's going to be a trail run, Louis, up to the lovely cafe on the top. Looking down over Chamonix, there's a beautiful cafe. I can't remember what the name of it is. Is it called Florida? Maybe it is. One of my favourite cafes in the whole world. Halfway, well, a quarter of the way up Mont Blanc. Not Mont Blanc, Mont Blanc. Right, let's just get stride 2 finished. Do a nice gentle jog to get stride 2 to the end of the run. Is it Floria? Is that the name of the cafe? Right, let's turn on to stride number 2. There's stride 2. How far have you got left to do? Is that 400 metres? Stride number 1 is too far behind. Yes, Louis, it is right near a glacier. You can look over the glacier. You can also look down into Chamonix, and it's right beside the cable car. So you can sit at the cafe and watch the cable cars come up. So I'm at 10 kilometres per hour on my treadmill, which is reading it as 9 point, well, it's varying, isn't it? 9.4, 9.5, 9.6. Neil Messenger says, well done. Cheers, buddy, well done to you. Thanks for running with me. I agree with the MIDI, that's it, yes. Right, I think we can just about see the finish line for stride 2 in the distance there. There it is, there's the blue arch. So stride 2, which is the newer of the strides, the wind stride, is consistently 500 metres, half a kilometre per hour slower than my treadmill. Louis will have an Airbnb. I'm not sure where, somewhere in the centre of Chamonix. I can't remember exactly where, but somewhere in the centre of the town. And I guess we'll probably take the cable car up to the halfway point, and then kind of run along the trails up on the top there, where the blue lake is, round about there. Okay, so that's stride number 2 finished. Back to me. So that's it. That is Monday Run Club done. Thank you very much for your chat on Facebook and YouTube. Well done to everybody who took part today, Tim and Neil and a whole host of other people. And we'll be back tomorrow. Not sure what I don't know yet. Just have to keep an eye out. Keep an eye out on my the Film My Run Facebook page or the Zwift Run Live YouTube channel, and I will let you know as soon as I've decided what I'm going to do. Until then, take care, have a great evening. Thanks for all your comments, questions and chat, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, bye.